is Coach Rylan, and I'm here with your very first video coaching lesson from Sleeveless.com. This is a 3-second test that will show you instantly exactly how you can get toned and sculpted arms, and this is specific for your body type. And this is called the pinch test. Now 90% of the women that have come to me, they want to get toned arms, but they've already seemed to try everything out there. You know, they've tried every exercise program, they've done every arm exercise known to man. They're dieting, they're starving themselves, and they can't get toned arms, and they don't know what to do. They're very frustrated, and so they come to me as a last resort. And what I found in coaching hundreds of, now even thousands of women, is that they always seem to start on the wrong foot. And what I mean by that is they're doing a program that is not meant to help them get toned arms because it's not meant for their personal body type. So let's go through this test first, and I'll explain exactly what this means. So the pinch test is very simple. You want to take your right arm, you want to bend your arm here and touch your fingers to your shoulder. And what this does is it pulls your tricep muscle, the underneath of your arm here, it pulls the muscle tight. And this is going to allow you to separate the fat and skin tissue from the muscle tissue underneath, okay? So you just bend your arm, touch your fingers to your shoulder here, you find the midpoint of your bicep, so right in the center, you take your thumb and your forefinger, you push up into the bottom of your arm, and what you're doing is pinching together all the excess skin and fat that's underneath your arm here, okay? So you want to push up and pinch and bring your thumb and finger together at the underneath of your arm, and you're going to see how much excess skin and fat you actually can pinch. If you can pinch ½ an inch or more, what this tells you is that your problem of untoned arms is a result of excess body fat and sagging skin. If you pinch under ½ an inch of sagging skin and fat, that means your issue is not a result of excess body fat, it is untoned muscle, and basically it's not the excess fat that's causing the problem, it's the fact that the muscle itself is not firm and dense, and then that is going to give you some information as to what you need to do. So you end up with one of two results. You either have too much body fat and excess skin, or you're finding that the muscle is not toned and defined as it should be. Now, this means you have two specific courses of action to take depending on what your result is here. So if you have excess body fat, the one thing that you must do to get toned arms is to lose that body fat. And that means doing any arm exercise out there is not going to really make that much difference to you because it's not going to burn body fat, okay? Conversely, if you're the type of lady who has excess sagging skin, you know, that's the same thing. Skin itself is very, very thin. And most people think, well, it's just excess skin hanging down. That's not the case. If you have excess skin, there is always excess body fat with that too. So if you have excess body fat or excess sagging skin or both, the goal is to lose body fat. And the only way you can do that is to lose it from your entire body. I'll talk more about that in later lessons, but basically what you need to know is if you pinch ½ an inch or more, your focus should be to lose body fat primarily, and that will have the biggest single impact on helping you get toned and sculpted arms, you know, as fast as possible. Now, again, on the other side of the equation, if you pinch less than ½ an inch, then the issue is not, you know, it's not the fact that you have excess body fat, right? We're not worried about that. And that means if you were focusing on a program that was designed to help you lose a lot of body fat, it's really not going to have that much impact on your arms. So if you pinch less than ½ an inch, you need to work on toning and sculpting the muscle of your arms because you don't need to worry, you don't need to waste all your excess energy on burning off all this body fat because it's not there. It's going to have no impact on your arms. So if that's the case for you, you need to work on toning and sculpting the muscle of your arms. Now, there's very specific exercises that will work really well for this and others that just don't work at all. And a lot of the exercises I've actually had to develop myself because, you know, the traditional arm exercises just weren't cutting it. I was having women work on all these arm toning exercises that you could find in textbooks and that sort of thing, and it wasn't working fast enough. So I've had to develop a lot of this stuff myself. So basically, that's what I wanted to give you for your first lesson here. You know, you do the pinch test. If you pinch ½ an inch or more of excess fat and sagging skin, your focus needs to be on burning body fat. Now at the same time, and I'll talk more about this in later lessons, at the same time you should be working on very specific exercises that will tone the muscle underneath, so once you remove the fat, the arm is nice and toned, okay? But again, we'll talk about that later. And if you pinch less than ½ an inch, then your focus needs to be on getting that muscle toned and sculpted using very targeted and specific exercises, okay? And I'll talk more about that in later lessons, but that is the first thing you need to know. So do the pinch test, find out which body type that you have, and therefore which course of action you need to take, and I'll give you more instructions in later lessons is exactly what you need to do to go about fixing the problem for you personally. Now, if you don't want to wait because you don't want to, you want to get action right now, you want to get started, you want to get doing something right now, head over to GoSleeveless.com. You can pick up your copy of the Go Sleeveless system on DVD. Now, on that DVD, I'm going to show you, for both body types exactly what you need to do. I'm going to give you the exact steps, the exact exercises, and again, a lot of these exercises you won't find anywhere else. You're not going to find them in a magazine or textbook because I've developed them personally based on my experience with women who have struggled with sagging or untoned arms and they haven't been able to get success. So I've had to develop a lot of this stuff myself. So if you don't want to wait for the later coaching lessons, head over to GoSleeveless.com, grab your copy of the DVD. While you're waiting for it to ship, you'll also be able to download instantly the whole manual so you can get started right away this second. You don't have to wait. If you don't want to do that, go ahead and wait, and next week I'll follow up with another lesson for you, and we'll talk more about what you need to do if you have excess fat and excess sagging skin, and also if you just need to tone and sculpt those arms. So that's it for lesson 1. Again, I'm Coach Ryland from GoSleeveless.com, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.